Hey guys, Ryan here from Mana Bluff. About to start a Cons of Tarkir pre-release Swiss draft. It's literally 10 a.m. in the morning. Just these guys are all firing right away for the first time. Really excited to jump in. But before I actually rock and roll it, I wanted to make sure everyone knows what sort of my experience has been with the format so far, which is very little. I was able to make a pre-release happen, which was fun, and then last night I did a pseudo draft. I went to the card shop, local card shop, to try to draft, but there wasn't enough people to draft, so we did like the 6-man draft, which is really weird. Alright, let's jump into the cards. I know a little bit about them, I don't know a lot. So the Ascendancies I know are pretty sweet in general, though just Sky right now I'm a little biased against. And I think one of the key things that's going to happen in the format, or in the drafting, is going to be try to figure out how early to be taking mana fixing as well. So my eye goes straight to the rare, Ascendancies know they're strong. Murder's Cut just seeming insane. Pretty sure I'm going to slam it here. The Citadel I'm interested in. I think I want to take the uncommon lands really highly for the triple value, just because they go in so many different colors that they're pretty much going to be played no matter what. And again, the first thing I want to figure out in this format is when I should be taking the land fixing. Don't really know. But this is a really nice pack in general. Crippling Chill's fine. It looks quite strong. Mardu Warshaker's pretty good. Throttle's nice. We have another fixer here. The Rider's really fantastic too. All of those morph guys are cool. Let me just try to remember what exactly this one does. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures control get +1 until end turn. And yeah, I'm taking the Murder's Cut. Just because it's an insane removal spell and it keeps me a little bit more open than like committing right away to like a really strong, triple color. Whereas here, the Abzan Guide I'm actually happy to go with because it's morph, it's a little bit easier to cast, it does go with Murder's Cut, but I could want to start going in second color like Abzan Battle Priest if I want to start moving into the different cons, what are they called? Clans. I wanted to call them guilds. This isn't Return to Ravnica. Not a fan of Golem Slide, so the other uncommons are kind of boring. The banners, I'll only play if I have to. So the only thing I'm looking at right now is the Abzan Guide for Lifelink and Morphine 4/4. The Battle Priest, really good, but I think I want the Guide instead. Because it's just, I like these really powerful morph dudes for fixing. Throttle will be played if I'm black and I need some more removal spells besides like Murder's Cut. And Sagu Archer is pretty fine. I'm curious to see if Awaken the Bear is good. I want to remember this card exists. I don't really know all the instants yet. Feast of Resistance seems really good. With a +1/+1 counter on a creature and gaining protection, that seems great. But for now, I'm happy to go a little bit in just a black direction. I know this isn't just black, but with Morph, it kind of is, the way I'm sort of viewing it. Alright. Bloodfell Caves. Now, any of the allied colored lands are not as strong, so not going to go in as many clans. The Scavenger looks nice to me. The Skull Hunter looks good to me. I'm not too sure where I want those in the pick if I'm just sticking black. Is there a reason to go outside of black? The Sun I think can be good, but with double blue is a little hard to cast. Sultai Soothsayer, enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Could be good, but I'm not really wanting to move into another triple color that's not morph quite yet. Wind Scout seems good, just as a 2/1 flyer with prowess. And the Heatblade can make it later on. So yeah, I really think I am just sticking to black, and it's between the 2-drop and then the Delve drop. And I believe I'm going to just take the 2-drop because it's a 2-drop. My default conservatism goes down to that kind of, lower mana curve type thing. So I like that. What are we starting to see here? Here's our only black card. We have this Shohorn Rider, which is really good. Here's some fixing. Now, what is Winterflame doing? That's a good card. Tap target creature and or deal 2 damage to our creature. That's pretty fantastic. Unfortunately, it doesn't go with our black picks quite so nicely. The black, blue, red. Quiet Contemplation I don't like. The Bondkin is good. I might be taking this guy here if I want to try to go Abzan. I think it's a really strong card. 2/1 again as its own, plus the first strike I've seen be so powerful. Shohorn Rider, though, I also like. And then there's also the Windscarred Crag if I end up wanting to go like Mardu and get some fixing on. Gonna stick to the 2-drop right now. I don't want to be so heavy on this Abzan guide, but I'm definitely not playing black, so we'll go this route. I really like trying to do the warrior thing, so I think I'm gonna grab the Chief of the Scale over grabbing the Ponyback Brigade. Scored Barons, though, might be the right pick also if I want to be trying to start getting my fixing online. And I wouldn't mind like having a Ponyback Brigade over an Abzan guy, but I already have one. I think we can start building a nice little warrior theme. That one's a soldier, but this guy's a human warrior. So let's start with Chief of the Scale. I like getting it early. I like building around it a little bit, trying to get the other warriors online. And really, I think the pick here is just Chief, could go warriors, land fixing with the Barons, which is nice, or the Ponyback Brigade just to have a nice powerful spell. But I think there's going to come around when we need them. So staying black-white for sure, while maybe going green for Abzan or going red for Mardu could be fantastic. Here's another Abzan guide. Become Immense is just a beating. I also like the Shambling Attendants, but having 2 Abzan guides makes me kind of want to start prioritizing a little bit of fixing with like a Jungle Hollow or something. These seem to be going a little bit late. These are the enemy aligned ones. It might be right now just to go ahead and grab the Hollow, thinking I get the guide later. But I'm a little okay going ahead and taking it, again, because of Morph. I mean, I don't want to play a Morph guide just for Morph and that's it, but if the fixing is kind of bad, I only have like 1 or 2 swamps, or 1 or 2 like forests if I'm playing like black-white base, then it won't be super difficult to get this guy online. We're going to take it. Right now I'm going to start prioritizing some power level over some fixing. Could be wrong, as I pay attention to kind of what's coming around. The complicated aspect of this set is I'm not too sure how to be evaluating different morphs, and also to be evaluating what's actually open. Like here's a charm that's really late. It's definitely the worst charm, don't get me wrong. Just because if you look at all the modes, you kind of already need to have things going on for it to do anything good. For example, you need a target creature to use the removal spell. You need creatures on the board to make the creatures with power 3 or less can't block this turn relevant. And counter target spells like okay, but not insane. I think I want Watcher of the Roost over the War Behemoth. I like that this is still in the pack, just as like a white uncommon that's not around. It's actually pretty good. Just a 2/1 flyer for 3, plus the morph thing is always fantastic, so that's cool. I would take the other morph guy as well as needed. I think here we'll take the Blossoming Sands now over a Defiant Strike. This isn't really the defining card in white, though it's pretty good with just Sky, I would imagine, with all the prowess synergies. But since I'm kind of looking to go Abzan with the 2 Abzan guys, I'm happy to take Blossoming Sands to start getting the green fixing, but still want to be paying attention to black-white as much as possible now that I'm pretty split in white and black. And again, I have no clue with these signals if I'm even picking him up on the right colors yet or not. It's a really late Shohorn Rider. I think I might take it over a Mardu banner or an Erase. I don't want to be playing banners, so I don't have to in this format, unless I need a ramp. Target enchantments aren't big, artifacts aren't big. The CDC spell I'm definitely not taking. And the Tusk, because it's just a horrible card. I mean, you can get it later. And this is just a really solid card that I think I just want to cut. But may I just take the Colossedon? Because I shouldn't be cutting cards yet. Yeah, we'll just take the Colossedon. I don't know if I like that or not. No, maybe. Do I want a combat trick in green when I'm not that heavy green yet? I'm just maybe splashing. Don't pay attention to this Colossedon. Or just want like a 5-drop. For now, I'm taking the 5-drop more for signaling purposes than anything else. I know I'm white-black. That's kind of where I'm settling into. Here's a solid 2-drop. I'm happy to grab it. I wish it was a human warrior, not a monk, but it's the wrong... Technically, this is a Jeskai student, so it's Jeskai. It's not designed to be that way. I don't think I'm going to be playing Scout the Borders. Unless, for sure, you need like some Delve enablers. And right now, I just have one good card that doesn't necessarily need an insane enabler. Wow, these are really late. I think I'm going to take the Bloodfire Expert in case I abandon green and go Mardu. Because that'd be fine. Fine by me. Just have a lower drop. I'm not going to be going into Teamer at this point. And another Blossoming Sands is actually fantastic to kind of help me consider the Abzan train rocking and rolling. A couple of Dark 5-drops with the Sage Eye Harrier. Certainly fine, but it's not like it's a great card. But it's Morph. And Running Mastodon. And then Bloodfire Expert again, that was just a hedge bet. I don't think the Colossedon will make it either, because I'm not going to be that base green. Overall, I like the start. We didn't really see a whole lot of black coming around, so it looks like white was a wee bit open, black wasn't. Again, I'm not too sure how to rate all the different clans and what's open yet. I don't think anyone knows too well, unless you've done a lot of real-world drafts, which I sadly have not, and I'm jealous of everyone who has. Okay, what is here? As things load up, we have a Villainous Wealth, which I'm not going to play. We have a Ponyback Brigade, which is pretty fun, but again, I don't know if I want to just ditch the Abzan guides for it. They're pretty much on equal terms, I would guess. Killshot I actually am eyeing. Destroy target attacking creature. Pretty fun. Oh, and sorry, I'm not reading all the cards. I know part of the fun of getting a draft in early and starting to watch these online is to read the cards. I just don't have enough time while I'm evaluating to read every single card, unless I don't know it and then I need to read it. So sorry, guys, but we'll go into more detail as we're playing what all the different cards are actually doing. Swarm of Butterflies is kind of cool, but I think the 5-drop slot is going to get kind of clunched in anyway, because you have all these morph things you're going to want to be turning at 5, so I don't think I need to highly prioritize the 5-drops. And if I was going to move into red, I'd probably take the Brigade over the Swift Spear, or like a fixer with it. And I already like that I have the green fixing to go with the guide, so yeah, I'm just going to take the Kill Shot. I like the removal spell here. Let's see. Salt Road Patrol is fairly unexciting. Howl the Horde, this one I don't know what it does. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, you copy the... Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not moving into red for that. Bring Low's removal spell. And that's really it. I mean, in black, white, or green, I could take the Woolly Loxodon, but I want to still kind of prioritize black and white over green. I don't think Salt Road Patrol is super overpowered, so I think I'm going to take the fixing here. Make things nice and smooth. With our different colors, and start looking for more warriors. If this was a warrior, maybe I'd grab it. I'm not like super on the warrior plan right now. I just have, what, 2? But it's just something to pay attention to. Pretty sure that the red ship sailed for me, that I'm not going to be moving into it based on what I'm seeing. Bring low beam. Yeah, I'm happy to take some fixing here. Not planning on playing the Colossodon, but we'll see. If I do more green, I would be happy to take a 2-drop, or even the Salt Road Patrol. Those are both considerations. But I think the fixing is going to be nice here. And this is me just, again, testing out when is it super important to have fixing. Ooh, Aerostorm. Now that's a card that makes me want to go red. Right? That's pretty nice. Although I think the Ruthless Ripper is also just fine. We could go with the Orc Warrior here, which is pretty good too. I'm not too sure what's right yet in this format. Definitely don't want another Sage Eye Harrier. As you know, I'm already kind of bummed that that exists. We're not seeing a lot of overpowered stuff. Red still being really nice. Aerostorm be top pick here. Warname Aspirant and Mardu Warstreaker I think are both really good. I don't know what's better. I'm not taking the Aerostorm though the power level of it would make me want to move away from the Abzan guides and get in on the Aerostorm, but because it's double red and we're already pretty far away from red, I'm not going to grab it. So really, it is just this Decision Machine, the Ruthless Ripper for me, and the Unyielding Krumar. The Dreadmaw is not a consideration. I think there's enough ways to get people with the Ruthless Ripper that I want it right now. Don't know if that's right, but I think it's going to be pretty fun to, like, have it down as Morph and then, like, switch into it later. Ooh, Rough Rider looks good. Disowned Ancestor is fine. It's a warrior as well. I also like Bitter Revelation. I'm not completely, out on the red plan. It's really just when I look at cards, like, am I able to splash the red or the green better? We're not seeing any green. So we have 2 kind of warrior picks. I think I'm going to take this Disowned Ancestor. I know we don't really have a super warrior-heavy deck. So I'm not exactly, like, abusing the warrior mechanic, but maybe it's like I get a rush of battle later, which will be nice. Feed the Clan. Become Immense is okay too in green. We're at 10 creatures right now. We only have 2. Oh, I was not paying attention to time. Close enough. Whoopsies. Here's our Krumar. So if we do end up getting some more warrior synergy, we're going to have a lot of decent things to be rocking out with our warriors. I think I'm going to take the Krumar over the Smite the Monstrous. I think a 3/3 for 4 is perfectly fine. It being a warrior makes it a little bit better, and now I can really start kind of prioritizing some warrior synergies. I wouldn't mind a Smite the Monsters, but with a Killshot Murderous Cut already, I don't need to overly prioritize it. And it might be time to start looking more seriously at like other green cards. Again, haven't seen a whole lot of them. I wish I'd be a little bit more base red. Hordling Outburst is another really good red card, but similar like Volley of Arrows. Is that what it was called? The double red removal spell. I'm just not enough red to make it a card that I'm grabbing to move into. That's me playing a little conservatively. I think once I know a step better, I know like stronger signals, I'm more willing to make sort of like, you know, mid-pack switches a thing. Active Treason, Defiant Strength. We're not in these colors. The Game, the Mardu Hateblade. I could go either way. I'm going to take the Mardu Hateblade since, again, we're just so base black-white, and it is a warrior. Why not? But it means I really need to start finding some warrior themed cards. I do want to start looking at, like, tricks, combat tricks, and start looking, any chiefs. There's, like, the other human warrior that matters, and then also there's an enchantment that matters in warriors. So yeah, we're set up for a really nice warrior deck, basically. Because with Mardu Hateblade, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 warriors. So that's pretty nice. Ooh, and this is exactly what we want. Chief of the Edge. Boom. Yeah, warriors. Wouldn't mind this Feeder Resistance also, but in our deck now, this Chief of the Edge is just going to be too good. So slamming that pick, looking for more feats of resistance. I don't know if I want a second Mardu Hateblade. Quite possibly Dragon Scale Boon could be an instant we're looking for later on. Though we're not really doing a major, what do you call it? Outlast theme. All we have is this Anok Bonkin. Though this is the one that you want to pair with like Dragon Scale Boon. So it could make the deck. It would definitely pick it up if there's no other strong picks. But having a Chief of the Edge, that was exactly the type of card I'm looking for. Now, we're a little heavy on creatures in general, but I think that's okay. Moving in on the next pack, we only have 2 other cards, but they're really nice removal spells. But it doesn't mean I want to start prioritizing those. Might just take another Blossoming Sands. We don't necessarily need it yet, but I'm not going to move into blue, even though Secret Plans and Crippling Chill are both really nice. Ifrit Weapon Master is cool, too. They're all really good. And Sagu Archer is actually a fine morph, but again, in the morph and the 5-drop slot, we don't really need more. I am going to go ahead and ditch these. Since we have enough creatures, I can be a little bit picky when it comes to these things. I don't think we're ever going to play Seek the Horizons or Dutiful Return. But I might as well grab one or the other just for signaling, right? Yeah. These guys are way better, though. I could just cut a card. I'm not really a fan of that, especially this early in the format. Let's let everyone just kind of learn the cards and make their claims. Our mana is going to be pretty nice. We'll take the Woolly Loxodon. I actually like it quite a bit because it's morph and easy to mess around with. It is an Elephant Warrior, which is important to note in our warrior deck. So that's kind of cool. But again, I'm not really excited to pick up powerhouse creatures. So I guess the Woolly Loxodon is a powerhouse, don't get me wrong. Orc Shaman, Bird Warrior. Oh, I forgot the Sage. I didn't realize that the Sage Eye Hera was a warrior. Alright, we're like all in on warriors, right? Is there any reason to play the Cavalry? No, we got better 1-drops. This 5 doesn't matter. We're not in red. This is a really late Mardu Warshrieker. Red's way too open right now for my loving. Disguise Student will grab. Might make the cut. Hopefully we get more chiefs to cut the students out of the way. Alright, so we have creatures for days. Lots of good decisions. We're basically only picking overpowered warrior creatures in place of any other creature. Sorry, the sideboard thing, I'm just kind of feeling out. Goodbye. I like our lands. Not all these are being played, I'm just kind of busting them in. Yeah, definitely not playing the Clossodons, actually. Let's get rid of those. Warrior. Is he a warrior? No, he's just a big old butt. Oh yeah, I accidentally put that guy in too. Alright, so I'd love to upgrade the 2-drops with either nice Outlast synergies Even though I don't really have a whole lot of allies, they're just good cards I like to have around. Ugin's Nexus. Does nothing. But Mythics this early always tend to do the money thing pretty okay. But it's only like for a ticket or two, so it's not worth caring about. Alright, we have another Outlast dude and a warrior at that. Unfortunately, there's no, whatchamacallit. There's no non-creature spells. I think I'm going to take the Skull Hunter, though, over the Guard, even though I don't think it's going to be too hard to cast this guy. But having a lower drop and being able to trigger Radiously is nice, and it is also a warrior, and I think I just want to go on this aggressive side and keep my green. Right now, like, I'm just playing a black-white deck, and these 3 Blossoming Sands will allow me to play the Abm Guides without any, like, other issues. Hello, Dune Blast. So I might grab this guy. Even though I was just talking about being aggressive, still super powerful. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a creature or planeswalker card from the... No, don't care about that. Pinewalker is fine and a good morph, but again, we don't really need creatures. Blossoming Sands we have enough of. Feat of Resistance is good. There is no warrior synergies. I'm also interested in this Rite of the Serpent because I want removal. Interesting decision here. Is this game going to be going long enough to where Dune Blast is going to be worth playing in my deck? It's definitely a more powerful spell than Rite of the Serpent. It's just, is 7 mana going to be hitting reliably? I think it's worth trying out this early, and I think it's powerful enough that it's fine. We're in the colors already. It's just such a strong card. I'm happy to rock it. I'm looking for like the Feat of Resistance to table. That would be kind of like the ideal right now. Rite of the Serpent I would love, but it's not going to. Awaken the Bear would even make it. So I think we'll get something out of this pack. There's a lot of my colors that would make it no matter what. Gosh, a second Dune Blast? Can my deck play Dune Blast? I mean, there's this Falconer here, which is awesome. There's another Absent Guide. I don't think I really need it, having 2 already. But having 2 Dune Blasts in the deck, am I just too greedy? I mean, honestly, I'd probably just want like 3 Merz Cuts over like a bunch of them. But I think, let's have some fun. This is a pre-release Swiss. Let's get the Dune Blasts online. It just goes against everything my deck's doing. My deck's just kind of like, you know, busting through and doing some damage. This is going to be kind of nice to like attack in and then clean things up with some Dune Blasts once the game gets kind of stalled out. Yeah, let's do it. Falconer, that was probably the better card. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to take the Falconer. I don't think you need 2 Dune Blasts. I was tempted. It was so much fun. But the Falconer is just insane at 3 and without last and all these fun things. It's an actual upgrade in the creature slot, which is what I was looking for. Heir of the Wilds is really nice, but we have plenty of creatures, even though this would be an upgrade. But I kind of like also just grabbing some more mana fixing, making it super smooth. There's nothing in black or white that I'm excited for. This is definitely the better 2-drop over the Highland game. So yeah, we'll just take it. I'm going to pay attention to my playables, though. Debilitating Injury, slamming here, versus like an Incremental Growth, which is good, but double green. Waken the Bear, I think I might get 1 tabling. Don't care about the Kin Tree Warden, it does nothing. I think we're really good on our land base, since, again, we're basically playing 2 colors with a little bit of splashing here, and already having 3 Blossoming Sands makes that awesome, and the 2 Scored Barons make things really easy for our mana. Debilitating Injury is exactly the kind of removal type spell I'm looking for late. Don't need another Bird Warrior. Already got those, so we'll take the Defiant Strike over another Dutiful Return. Don't know if it's being played yet. Let's start actually playing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 23 playables here. 19 creatures. We do want other things than creatures. We're easily going to be cutting some of the creatures, like a Jesgeisen or something. But we'll see. We'll take the Defiant Strike. Rush of Battle. Yes, that's definitely a card we want in our heavy warrior deck. It's going to be awesome for us. Don't need another Krumor Bondkin. May not even be playing the first one. Not too sure. Kin Tree Warrenos is also a human warrior. Good to know. Another Rush of Battle. Now that's fascinating. I don't want the walls. We are really warrior heavy. Is this going to be better than a 3/3 flyer at 5? Because this is an upgrade. I'm saying 5 because it's probably at least one delve that's gone. Alright. 1, 2 warriors. 3, 4, 5, 6. This warrior? No. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have 10 warriors, so I think 2 Rush of Battles will kind of get us there. Let's do it. Let's do it. So is there Naturalize for the sideboard? I think it seems better than another random Morph Dude. I have a bunch of random dorks anyway. Yeah, it's good, but I got a bunch of beef as needed. It's not a warrior. I'm just going to take the Naturalize for the sideboard, Artifact or Enchantment. I don't know what really artifacts or enchantments besides those rare clan ascendancies. Just nice. Is that what it is? Ascendancy? I don't even remember what they're called. Remember I opened one? It was the Just Sky one? Passed it? Yeah. So we'll hang on to that. Is this right? Should I have a Doom Blast? Should I have a second Doom Blast? Was it better to have a second Doom Blast? I really like my Falconer. It's only going to get flying with the Bondkin. So maybe it wasn't grand. But still, 2, 3 for 3 is happy, and then later on it gets flying? Heck yeah. Huh. Awaken the Bear? If it's easy enough to cast, I mean, why not? Like, I have plenty of fixing. Longshot Squad, though. Do I want that to upgrade any of the other cards I have? Possibly. It does work well with the 3 Outlast dudes I've got, so let's try it. I might have wanted to, like, grab the +2/+2 trample, but it's a pretty expensive trick. Ah, I wish I had now. Now that we have a Longshot Squad. But both these might be played, not too sure. With 4 different Outlast dudes, make them a little bit nicer. I'm not really trying to do that, though, so it might just be better to have the Sage-Eye Harriers. Oh, you might notice, wasn't overly caring about 3-drop slots, because there's going to be always plenty of 3s with all the morphs we have. Just a side note. I think I thought that, but didn't mention it. None of this matters, right? Alright. That might matter later. Zombie. Alright. 20 bazillion creatures. Let's just... I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. If we're not going to play the Jeskai Stance, but they're not really what our deck's all about. I like our 2 1-drops. Or a 3 1-drop, so this could easily be a 3-drop. And then, yeah, we just want to go through and... Having 2 Rush of Battles and plus our 2 Chiefs means I might prioritize a little bit more the dorky 5 warriors that I have, the Sage-Eye Harrier, 5-drop warriors, Sage-Eye Harriers, and the Krumar Bondkin. I don't know yet. I do like the Longshot Squads quite a bit. 3 3s for 4 are great. Being able to make them bigger, longer is fine. And again, I don't think I'm going to have many issues on the mana front. 3 of my green cards are morphs, so I can at least cast them without getting a red, or without getting a green. Dune Blast is so late in the game that I'm not worried about casting it with the 3 Blossoming Sands I have. So really the question is, do I want to have the Longshot Squads in there? So I'll have to pay attention on the curve to see if they're really powerful enough to worth kind of taking up a creature slot from the warriors I have and putting the strain on the mana. So let's pause for a second while I figure some of this out. Okay, sorted some of this out. First of all, you'll notice up here on the sideboard, here's all of our beautiful manas. Here's a column of cards that I just will not play. Siegecraft is the only on-color card here because it's a really annoying aura that's never going to make it. Here's a bunch of our dorky other cards. These will pretty much never make it either, unless for some reason I really think in some random matchup that I can't anticipate I want even more big dorky dudes. But we actually have a couple of decent butts going on with our double Absent Guides, the Loxodon. We're going to be in pretty good shape. So I don't anticipate any of those happening. In Dutiful Return, we're not doing the Graveyard Synergy thing. The Longshot Squads, though, I like a little bit better than some of the creatures I have. Not by much, and especially considering the synergies that I have with the Warriors and the 2 Rush of Battles. I was really deciding on the creatures to either pull these out or my 5-drops, but since all of the 5-drops are morph and they are warriors, I think the versatility and the synergy is going to work. I don't know. We'll have to find out in the format. Here, the Jeskai students, I had plenty of 2-drops, and they're just doing nothing in my deck. Prowess is rarely being triggered. Naturalize is actually a decent sideboard card if there's cards in the format that matter. I'm pretty set on this. What I'm trying to set is do I cut another creature, because I still have 17, but I don't think so. Possibly this Ruthless Ripper, just because it's a human assassin, not a warrior. I'm not trying to put too much emphasis on warrior. I only have like 4 cards that really matter that are warrior, the Chiefs and the Russia battles, but still, like, it kind of matters. But I think just having a 1/1 Death Touch that you can also kind of like surprise Death Touch is pretty cool. So I think this guy's going to be pretty nice. I think Defiant Strength is the card that I'm going to be cutting here to go down to 23, because it just does nothing in my deck. It's not a combat trick that lets me win combat because toughness isn't there unless I happen to have the Bondkin out and I happen to have like a Falcon or something that has first strike, but for the most part I'm not planning on those things happening. These are more just like decent drops on the curve that have at last that if an opportunity arises I can start to make them more powerful, but they're more just kind of like solid curve fillers that are versatile. So again, Defiant Strength, not really doing anything in my deck. I pull up the 2 Jeskai students because there's just no synergy with it. It's a cantrip, which is worth noting. 1 mana to draw a card, help me dig into some stuff, but I think I'm just better without it. And going into this draft and into the format in general, I think a lot of the times this format is going to be an 18-land format because of the mana considerations that you need. When you're playing a base 3-color deck, that's going to be kind of important. But considering I'm just a 2-color deck and I don't have that high of a curve, Doomblast being my only 1 big drop, and all of these morph dudes are actually can easily be considered down here, when in fact actually like all of these can be played down here. We're doing the morph thing, so I don't think we need to add in an extra land in order to make sure we hit Doomblast. This is more kind of like an insurance policy that if we kind of wind out, like we're, you know, if we just saw our opponent stabilizes at some point and we've just kind of lost the assertiveness, then this guy will kind of help us get back in it. It's just so powerful. But important to note that it's going to be hard to cast. All right, let's bust a move on this and add some basic lands in the last few minutes. And 5/5/2. Do I need any more green sources? No, I have 3 green sources to play my 1 Doomblast, and all of my other green sources go ahead and get cast as morphs as well. So I don't think I need any extras, but I might end up, if I just don't need them, then why not? Because right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's 11 white sources. We don't need 11 white sources. Let's bust one out on the white front. I can even get away with only 9, or with only 8, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seems cool. And then we have 7, 8, 9 black sources, which I love. So we're equally spread out black. You know what, I'm just going to go with 9 and 9. There's really no reason. I might as well just add an extra force because it's so easy. There's no reason that I need to have 10 planes. If I had like a double white spell, then I would. But we're pretty evenly spread, so 9 and 9 plus an extra force should be good. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So that seems pretty nice. I love that we have 9 sources on our base colors for both, as well as 4 green sources for our 4 green cards. That's pretty fantastic. Alright, I'm excited for this deck. I wanted to try out Warriors. This is the first go I have at it. Let's see how it does. On to round 1.